Hi, I'm Jane.
And I'm Sarah, and we work for KE Adventure Travel.
So last year we travelled out to Nepal and took part in our Annapurna Sanctuary and Poon Hill trek, and we just thought we would go through some of our frequently asked questions from our lovely travellers. I'm thinking about going to Nepal for the first time. Is the trek to Annapurna Basecamp a good first choice? Yes, it is. It was our first trek to Nepal. Reason being, really, it's at altitude. It is a high altitude trek, but it's not quite so high as if you were going to Everest Base Camp, for example. And the trek is actually a bit shorter. It's 14 days, but it's a 10-day trek, and it worked perfectly. It's lodges as well, so there is still a little bit of comfort. You know, there's showers, snacks, have a Mars bar where you want to.
What food can you expect on the trek? So the simple answer is plenty of carbs. Porridge and Tibetan bread was staple for breakfast nearly every morning. Lunch, you were looking at soups, plenty of soups as well to keep you hydrated. Lots of potatoes, pasta, sandwiches. You will even find that you get some chips on some days as well. But then they also do have a lot of Nepalese food, so you will find dal bhat on a lot of the days as well, which is great because it gives you a real taste for the culture.
Did altitude affect you? From about 3,000 metres upwards, bit of a bad headache, but nothing really that major, and that is completely normal, might I add. Your guide will be constantly, making sure you drink enough water, just to try, flush any of those toxins right out of the system, and just trying to make sure you are just getting through the litres. We had water bladders as well, so we constantly just, keep topping up on the go.
Is water provided? Yes, 3 times a day, and you can fill up as much as you want. So it's preferable to take 2 1-litre bottles. You can fill those up breakfast, lunchtime, tea time. It's good to take sort of Nalgene bottles because then you can get a nice hot water bottle before you go to bed, and it'll keep you warm through the night.
We also got here, would you recommend the trip for solo travellers? Definitely, yeah, we get a real mix of people that book on our group trips, whether they're friends, we travelled as friends, couples or solos. There's normally a really good mix, and it's fully guided as well. You've still got that support. Doing that by yourself could be quite tough, but yeah, our trips, we would welcome anyone, definitely solo travellers on any departure.
So how cold will it get? So when we were there, we found that it got to about -10 up at Basecamp. We actually hired the KE down jackets and sleeping bags, and they were fab, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they're free to hire for the trip, and they kept us nice and toasty warm all the way up to Basecamp. We didn't have anything to worry about.
Will I need much spending money? No. We tend to include as much as we possibly can into our holiday price. The things like meals, they're all included. We didn't have to worry about any kind of meals. So my final question here is, what was your most memorable moment of the trek? Don't know about you, but reaching the sign which says you've reached Annapurna Basecamp, get a picture taken by it, and just have that feeling of being at that altitude and taking in the scenery was just absolutely amazing.
We will certainly go back one day, and we hope that you'll want to come as well.
Any more questions, then feel free to give us a call. We are more than happy to chat.
Or if you just want to chat about our experience there, just call us and we'll be happy to tell you all about it.